Okay, chat. Hello, everyone. I see we have an audience today. Four people already. Welcome everyone in here. We are going to get started in a moment here. We have our team here today. We have Bryce and James here with us today, but I'm going to kick things off as per usual here. So let me just get Attic Raider up for me here. And we are going to address the severe weather situation right now that is unfolding in the United States. Welcome to FS19 TV. Michael Lee, I know who you are. Don't try to hide from me. And Jevin XZ. This intro making me cry. That's crazy. Okay, now to all seriousness, let's track out some of this weather. So I will begin today with sharing my screen here, just like so. And now, walk stage, the one and only Attic Radar. So let's begin tracking out some of this stuff here. So we got a few different areas here that we are watching here for severe weather here. So we got this area down here in Georgia near Atlanta. God, what's going on with my notifications? And these are for 60-mile-an-hour winds and 1-inch hail here. If anyone has any comments during today's Gotcha. If anyone has any comments during today's live stream, please feel free to ask in the chat here. It's the four people that are watching right now. Make sure to invite your friends. We're gonna have a great stream. We'll deliver some life-saving information, and we're gonna have a time doing it. So we also have these storms over here that do look rather strong here with this stuff here, but in this one right here, I want to focus on this one right here. If we go to velocity here, you can see here a little bit of very broad rotation. Here, let me see if I can get it better on this. Yeah. So you can see generally in this area here, we're also having a sudden area of very high winds in this area. So if you are near Buckskin, you're going to get some pretty high winds there. But we'll continue watching this tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning with 60-mile-an-hour observed winds. So these are observed winds, folks. So if you are in this area, you could be experiencing 60-mile-an-hour winds. So please take consideration into that here. Welcome, storm weather. I'm now going to get up Bryce here as he is our second highest up person here. So Bryce, you can go ahead.
Hello, welcome everybody. So yeah, like Ace was saying, down here in Georgia, we do have some of that a little bit of broad rotation. Nothing too alerting right now, but definitely something to keep an eye on in the coming hours of this day. We do have the SPC outlook for tomorrow looking pretty filled. Pretty filled, I will say. We have for day one, it's looking like we have a pretty good. We have a enhanced risk area over
Yeah.
Missouri, Iowa.
If you want to share your screen, just let me know. You can just click the plus icon and then press screen share if you
Okay,
want to
sweet, yeah,
share it
yeah.
too. We'll let that happen here. Perfect. Let me just put your screen
Let me
up
know if I'm going
quick.
to see my screen here. So
Yep,
this
you're
is the
good.
SPC outlook. As you can see, we have an enhanced risk area right here. If we go back down to here and we check out for tornadoes, we have a pretty decent enhanced risk size area covering quite a few states. We got Wisconsin up here, Iowa, a little bit of
Yeah.
Missouri.
Tornadoes are not the biggest threat today, but just
Not today.
it's a pretty big 2%, so could be a 5%
For day
really.
two, it's not looking pretty. Day two slims down a little bit. Pretty much
Yeah.
just over here in Iowa.
Could
Nothing too
could
big.
increase. We'll be watching this. We might stream
Um,
tomorrow too if this plays out.
yeah, I'm
Um,
seeing a.
if you go
We
back to
had
the
this.
day one wind risk, you can really see
Yeah, I'm
that
looking
if
at
you can do
the.
that for me.
Here, let me change my screen.
Or
Sorry.
if you can get the
Um,
Or I'll
If you
just do
check
it.
out,
Hold on.
yeah,
Do you
there we go.
want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
You can. I got it up
All right,
now.
there we go.
So we can see the fronts here moving. You see all the winds moving. We got tons of wind coming in down here from the Gulf. Mixing over here in Iowa, like it's showing on the radar and showing on everything else. Down here in Georgia too, around here in the south, we have some pretty decent wind. Around this storm, winds being kind of erratic, as you can tell. All these patterns right here, they're not moving straight. They're moving a little out of contention up here. We got a big wind gust over here around Chattanooga. So if you're in Chattanooga, brace for some wind. Holy crap. But yeah, these are the outlooks as you can see in the green. Marginal risk, pretty much just for right now everywhere. Ohio, General Thunder. We still have a lot of heat going on in the Midwest. So, and out here in the normal West. We got some wildfires. So if anyone's out there or knows anyone out there, just, send the word. Send the word. Wildfires are not to be messed with. They are arguably some of the most undermined disasters. And I'm using my radar on a Windows 11. I'm gonna get the Plus version soon, but this is my radar. It's also on mobile devices too. It's pretty good. You can do basically buy radar station, all of that, different kinds of
Yeah, I
maps,
might
different
just
kinds of
yeah, yeah. I might
yeah.
just
But
put you
um,
off for 1 second here. Just so you know, I'm going to just put you off temporarily for 1 second here. We had a question: will Northeast Oklahoma be fine here? If we look at radar for Northeast Oklahoma, let's see. Do I even have this shared? Yes, I do. So as you can see, there's not really much here in Northeast right here. There is this storm just to the north of Northwest Oklahoma. But it's not in Oklahoma, and that's for 55-mile-an-hour winds. But in northeastern Oklahoma, you should be fine here. I'm gonna also bring up James if he's still here. Yeah, James is still here. Um, yeah, let me get James on here too. Uh, James, go ahead. Let's see if you can talk. All right, I'll just let him figure that out here. I'm gonna put Bryce's screen up too, and I'll go back to Bryce for a minute now that we have fixed that. All right, go ahead, Bryce.
I mean, it's pretty much just looking like here down the south, moving down to the south. It's pretty much the biggest area of contention for today. Flash flood warnings, nothing too big. Keep an eye out on those, just if you're in a lower valley area, of course. These storms don't appear to be too menacing. Like I'm showing on the winds right here, it's kind of just funneling out. Not really funneling out. It's not a tornado, but they're in some irregular patterns. So just keep an eye out for that. We have some differentiating winds right here. Some are going north, some are going south. So just be careful around that. That could indicate a little bit of broad rotation. Nothing too alertive right now, but something just to keep an eye on for the coming hours. But yeah, pretty much just here in Iowa, this whole area, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, for the next coming days is going to be our area of contention, along with Georgia if any of these storms pick up right here. But yeah, it's looking pretty mild today in terms of severe weather, but we definitely have some weather we need to keep an eye on, definitely.
Yeah. Hacker man, let me know if you want to talk here. Internet issues. Yeah, no worries. All right, I'm gonna bring Bryce back down again temporarily. All right, Hackerman says he wants to come up, so I'll put Hackerman up. Hold up, give me a second, chat. My device is very low end. Apparently, someone set up a GoFundMe to get me like a low budget laptop, so that will be in the works here. But let's get Hackerman up. All right, go ahead, Hackerman.
Hey, to be completely fair, Ace, I offered you a laptop and you said no, so. Or at least, I think you said no. Anyways,
I don't know.
Alright, so I can share my screen if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because
Go ahead.
I'm just trying to get, yeah, I was just trying to get used to this my radar thing or whatever. My
Yeah.
radar. Okay. So let's have a look at where these storms are. All right. Is my screen up?
Yeah.
All right. So far, the only because after looking at the Storm Prediction Center and then looking at some of the Cape, which is like basically just unstable air and stuff and whatnot. So after looking at that, yeah, we are probably gonna see more storms down in this area here. Aside from the storms that are already down here, I think that is a tornado warning, I believe. Oh no, that's a flash flood warning. Okay. I don't believe there's any tornado warnings unless I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think you're
Yeah,
right. I don't think there's any right now.
Okay, so yeah, like I said before, I don't think tornadoes are going to be the main problem here. Again, it's probably just going to be wind. That's normally how storms go. Wind is really just the main problem. Yeah, and there's only a 2% risk. So overall, I say, aside from these storms that are already down here, and the storms like up here, I say today's probably going to be a pretty chill day, even though it's a enhanced risk.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go back to you in a second here, but I just want to go around really to get everyone at least once here. So I'm actually gonna share the SPC outlooks now because I want to kind of go over those. So let me share my screen. Bam. All right. Can this show up on the screen? Yes, sir. Don't you worry, guys. Making it bigger. Trust me, I like big things. Okay, so you can see the enhanced risk includes Omaha, Nebraska, St. Louis, Missouri, Des Moines, Iowa, Sioux City, Iowa, St. Charles, Missouri, I think is what it is. And the slight is Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Louisville, Kentucky, Lincoln, Nebraska, and Knoxville, Tennessee. And the marginal risk includes areas such as Chicago, Illinois, Jacksonville, Florida, Indianapolis, Baltimore, Maryland, and Charlotte, North Carolina. Thank you to the 6 people that are watching. It means a lot to have viewers that are trusting us for your weather information. Thank you for being with us today. It means a lot. Tomorrow we also have an enhanced risk, and that has a 2% tornado risk again. But the main thing we're looking at is a 30% hatched wind risk, and that is going to include Grand Island, Nebraska, Aberdeen, South Dakota, Hastings, Nebraska, Columbus, Nebraska, and Watertown, South Dakota. And in my opinion, it does look like maybe there might be a better chance tomorrow to see some stuff than today. 15% hatched hail risk tomorrow. 15% hatched today as well. Day 3 here, slight risk over areas like Ohio. I know 1 or 2 people in the chat, they're going to go crazy. Hello, EAS Florida. Welcome. Hackerman, give me 1 second. And they're saying 15% here on their total severe probability legends here. Bryce says he has something to show real quick. We got a lot of stuff going on, folks. So I'm going to just go in order. So Bryce, can you wait 1 second? I'll let Hackerman go first here. All right, go ahead, Hacker.
Okay. Hello. All right. I need to give a little life lessons with Hackerman here. So everybody should be able to see my screen. All right. So this is actually. Can you remove the comments real quick? Like on the screen. All right. Thank you. So Welcome to Understanding Severe Thunderstorm Outlook Categories with Hackerman. So, for those of you who aren't actually aware of what the Storm Prediction Center categories are, here's a little short lesson about them. So, if we go over to the Storm Prediction Center, we can see here in today's Outlook, you can see that like light green kind of light green fade over some of those areas. That is what we call a general thunderstorm. So basically, severe weather isn't really okay. Severe weather isn't planned to happen. I mean, it very well can, but it's not likely. Um, Overall, though, thunderstorms, gusty winds, and hail are still dangerous and deadly. So, but as you can see here through this little red bar, there is literally like probably going to be no severe storms at all. And you'll be able to probably experience this like almost every day, depending on what area you live in. Then you have the marginal risk, which is this little green part here. That means you could have some storms that can have damaging winds, severe hail, maybe a localized tornado that could drop down somewhere around you. So again, as you can see in this little red bar, you're probably gonna see like a good solid amount of storms. You might not even see any at all. Really depends on where you live and how the storms are acting. Then we have the slight risk. So that is this part here. As you can see, so that is where people should start getting a little more concerned about the storms, because that means that you're probably going to be seeing some severe storms, and it's really likely for it to happen. I mean, there is again that still small probability that it doesn't happen, which, hooray! Some of you guys might not like storms. I personally like storms, so that is a slight risk. And as you can see in this little red bar, you're probably going to see a good solid amount of storms in your area. Then we have the enhanced risk, which you can see right here. That is where you really should be concerned for your safety and start preparing to head into basements and stuff. That is a high confidence that several storms will contain damaging winds, severe hail, and or tornadoes. Outbreaks are still not that likely, but it can occur in some severe cases. But again, as you can see in this red bar, you will probably see a lot of thunderstorms, and it's not even a chance where you just don't see thunderstorms. It's really almost impossible not to see any thunderstorms. And you're probably going to experience this only once or twice per year. So that's pretty rare for some areas, and some areas might not even see it anytime, like California, who sees no rain at all. Then we have the moderate risk. High confidence that many storms will contain damaging winds, severe hail, and or tornadoes. That is when I would just get into your basement, because at that point, you're probably going to see a tornado. I've actually had a case where there was a moderate risk over, like, I was like directly in the middle of moderate risk and there was no tornado, but I mean, either way, I would still get into a basement. Then we have, oh wait, actually, so you can see out here, you're going to see storms. It's almost impossible. No, not even almost. It's impossible to see no storms during a moderate risk. It would have to, like, the Storm Prediction Center would either have to be pranking like the US or something. All I can say is it's almost literally impossible for you to see no storms during a moderate risk. Yeah, and you're going to experience this literally once or less throughout the year. High risk, you're cooked. So, high risks, this little pink part here, you're probably never going to see that ever, unless you live in Oklahoma. Then you might see it. But those are some. That's like one of the most rare things you can see in the storm prediction sensor. So consider yourself lucky yet unlucky if you do see a high risk in your area. Yeah, so high confidence that an outbreak of storms will contain tornadoes, damaging winds, and or severe hail. Ugh. And yeah, that at that point there's going to probably be an outbreak of tornadoes and damaging wind. And as you can see in this red bar, there's going to be storms. There's going to be storms. And you're, again, as you can see here, you're probably going to experience this once or twice in a lifetime. So again, consider yourself lucky yet unlucky if you see a high risk. Now, quickly, I'll get through this definition part. Severe storms, just basic severe thunderstorms. They have to contain one of the following to be classified as a severe storm. Wind gust of at least 58 miles per hour, hail that's at least 1 inch in diameter, and or a tornado. And then actually, this is the part I really interrupted Ace for. As you can see, I think he was pointing this out in day 2's outlook. You can see this little part here, that's like a black, and then you can see lines going through it. That is significantly severe, which then you should prepare to see like it. The number here at that point doesn't really exactly matter because you've reached the significantly severe part. While it might seem like it's at the top of the list, like, oh my God, there's going to be 100%, that's not exactly true. What it is saying is if that 30% chance actually becomes true and you do experience storms, you're probably going to experience one of the three, if not more. Wind gust of at least 75 miles per hour, hail in at least 2 inches in diameter, and or a tornado of at least EF2 rating. So, yeah, it's not exactly a good situation to be in. It's significantly severe, especially with tornadoes. It's pretty rare to see significantly severe with tornadoes, but it's not impossible. It has happened. And yeah, so, and also significantly severe, you're probably not going to ever see it in day 3. They say you can, but I'm just saying you're probably not going to see it because they can't get much accurate results during day 3. So yeah, that is understanding severe thunderstorm outlook categories with HackerMan. All right, Ace, you can place me back down whenever you're ready.
All right, thank you for that. That was very informative, and I'm sure someone could benefit from that. Here, I'm gonna bring Bryce up now. If Bryce wants to talk here, Bryce, go ahead.
I just wanted to show these storms that we're looking down here in the Tennessee area, maybe a little bit more than we think because we are having a crap ton of outages right now. So be careful. That could be an equivalent of down power line, blown transformer, whatever it may be. We have a crap ton of outages down here. So just kind of be careful if you are in this area. Look out for, be prepared for your power going out, light candles, stuff like that. It's not really cold, so you won't really have to work with, bundling up or anything. It's middle of summer. Well, not middle of summer, but towards the end of the summer. Still pretty warm down in Tennessee. But yeah, these storms could be getting a little bit confirmed tornado in Evansville. Evansville where? Indiana? Looking for this. Yeah, but we do have a tornado warning at Evansville. This was just issued. Confirmed tornado was located near Boonville, moving east at 55 miles an hour. So anyone in this area here highlighted by this red right here, please take cover. Please, please, please take cover. If we have a tornado on the ground, that is not good. We do not need to mess around with this. This is not anything you want to really play around with. This is something that tornadoes of any strength can cause death. That is the big thing we want to stress. Even if it's an EF0, if you want to be cool, go out, take pictures, you could lose your life. That is something we want to stress. So always stay covered no matter what the tornado situation is. A tornado is a very powerful event nonetheless, no matter what the Fujita rating is. So please, if you're in this Boonville, Chandler, Indiana region, please heed warning, keep an eye out on your local weather, and just take cover and stay safe, everybody. And this is the two.
Thank you for that here. I'm going to immediately cover that here, and we're going to change our graphics here again. Dr. Man, go ahead.
All right. So while Ace is changing the graphics here, I'm actually going to change my screen real quick. Hold on. All right. So as you can see here on my radar, yes, Bryce did also point out some very important tips when in tornadoes. What was I gonna point out? Oh yes, so an interesting fact about the Fujita scale. So on records, if you do ever decide to look at records of tornado tracks, sometimes they might say for even like an EF1 tornado, they might say like there's an EF5. Which you might seem like, okay, so like I shouldn't trust the National Weather Service anymore. Don't think that. Because what it really means is that the damage in the area is so big that it could be classified as an EF5. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a EF5 tornado. Yeah. I'm also going to see if I can find the...
I'm going to quickly put you back down real quick. I have one quick thing that I definitely got to mention here before we continue here. I was looking at Attic Radar here. Another important fact about this tornado warning that I need everyone to take seriously is the wind aspect of this. Okay? The winds here are not good. As you can clearly see by looking at that, you don't have to be an expert to know that's not good. If you are in this area, you are experiencing very high winds. So even if you think there's no tornado, even if you don't believe the National Weather Service or whatever, if you are near New Hope, South Rockport Road, heading towards Midway, you need to treat this like a tornado no matter what. Even if you're outside of the tornado warning like Chrisney and it's no longer on the ground, if it reaches you, if that wind is still hitting you, that is still a very bad situation. What is it? Warning got upgraded to 80 miles an hour. Yeah, that would sound about right. Because yeah. All right, yeah. But keep watching this area. This is the only area we're tracking right now that has a tornado warning, I believe. But please, if you're in this area, continue to stay safe here. Does anyone else want to mention anything right now, or do you want me to keep going with this? Actually, I have something that we can show right now. Yeah, it's also moving very fast, so keep that in mind. We here at DWC here I was on the ground here in North Attleboro, Massachusetts, which was impacted June 26th and 27th with a tornado, and the damage there is still occurring here. So I got the opportunity to go there and look at some of the damage here. So let me show you what happened when I was there. All right, DWC community here. My team was on the grounds in North Attleboro responding to tornado damage from June 26th and 27th of this year. Here we saw different types of damage here. I know you couldn't see in this first picture we're showing here, but there were a lot of branches down behind that tree there, and there is like a big log there. I don't know if you can fully see it here in that picture here. And then when we go to the second picture here, you can see here, you can kind of see it. There's someone in there, and they're working on a lot of sticks and branches there. They're still cleaning up months later here. We also were able to see a church here, and I did more research here and conducted more stuff here that was impacted by tornado damage here. They are rebuilding here. We were able to talk to them. They told us online that they are working fast to repair their church here. But as you can see in this second picture of the church too, it looks pretty damaged here. But yeah, this was an interesting sight to see, and it's my first time seeing tornado damage. All right, so that was what went down when I was on the ground in North Attleboro earlier today here. All right, Hackerman wants to be put up. Thank you, Bryce. Hackerman, give me a second. I'm like managing so many screens right now. All right, bam.
All right.
All right, Hackerman, you should be up.
All right. So, I did want to mention something else. So yes, tornadoes are important, but one thing people most of the time forget is flash flood warnings. Flash flood warnings are so dangerous that the National Weather Service decreed that EAS activation is almost always required to be activated when there's a flash flood. So as you can see here, this is for the for what is it? Boonsville. Yeah, Boonsville. That's just where the main flash flood is. So basically, flash floods are mainly seen in river areas. Yes, some of the times they can be seen in mainly they can be seen in rivers, but sometimes, rarely, they are seen like in where this is. Like this entire red outline here is a flash flooding. So yeah, while most of the times they are seen near rivers, they are not always at rivers. It's basically just when a bunch of water is accumulating to a point where it is dangerous for people to be even on the roads. So, like the National Weather Service says, turn around, don't drown. When you see flooding, you should just immediately turn around. Assuming that you're not going back to your house already, go back home. Make sure to check on any loved ones you have if they're in the area, because sometimes people don't think that the flood is going to be bad, and then when they drive super far in, they get taken by the rain. So back to you, Ace.
All right, thank you for that here. I'm going to have Bryce come up here to cover the tornado situation, if that's okay.
Yes, sir. So another thing that I'm showing here is basically I'm just gonna pull the National Weather Service. Basically just what they are doing. So this is a little bit more in depth about the tornado situation. So we have flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Without shelter is the big thing, guys. And what we want to talk about here, shelter is not right behind the window, looking out at the tornado. That is not shelter. Glass, objects, 2x4s, sticks. You may not think a stick will do much damage, but if you think about it, stick flying around 60, 70 to 100 miles an hour hits you, that's going to hurt or cause fatal injury. So please, please take cover. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. We like to point this out on mobile homes. If you are in a mobile home, get a mattress, get blankets, pillows, anything that is soft, anything like that to cover yourself. Get in the most central area of that mobile home. Also, we will have vehicle damage, so be prepared for that. Be prepared for a lot of vehicle damage. That happens a lot with flying debris. Windows, of course, roofs. Tree damage is likely, and so if you have any trees around your residence, just keep an eye on them. Make sure you try to, if you're in your shelter, if you do not have a basement, try to stay away from any area that is close to a tree in your house. So if it would fall, it would not cause a roof to cave in on you or fall on you. But yes, like it says here, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. Please, please, please take this seriously. We do not want anyone to take this warning with a grain of salt. You need to take it with the whole thing of salt, the whole salt shaker. Not to make jokes about this, but it's a situation that sadly a lot of people have lost their lives in when they don't take these tornado warnings seriously because, oh, I'm in such and such town, tornadoes here a week. I used to think that all the time about
Yeah.
Ohio. I looked up Xenia, looked up the Youngstown tornado. Strong tornadoes do not have to be EF5 tornadoes. I'd like to say that again. Strong tornadoes do not have to be EF5 tornadoes. So please get that out of your
Yeah.
head if that's in your head, and just take
Yeah.
this warning with.
I'd also like to mention that this whole area, this whole severe thunderstorm warning, which is pretty massive, has a tornado possible. I'd like to read off this one part of the message right here, which is very important. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. If you spot a tornado, go at once to the basement or small central room in a sturdy building and a sturdy surface, like a basement or something, lowest level of your home. But this entire thing is tornado possible. So you guys got to be taking cover here. I did mention this earlier in the broadcast here, but Chrisney, you're now getting hit with this wind here, which is ranging from between 30 to up to 50 meters, I think is what that is. I can't even switch the thing to miles per hour. But that is another thing I want you to look at here. I'm going to pull Hackerman up now. Go ahead, Hacker. Hackerman, you're on.
Oh wait, sorry, I was muted. All right, guys. Now it's time for weather outside of the U.S. With Hackerman. So today here in China, we see some minor storms up here near. I believe that is Changchun. I think I'm saying it correctly. Not exactly major storms like we see in the U.S., but it is some minor rain. I can see here just a small bit of major rain down there. Oh my God, what happened? All right, there we go. Also, while hurricanes are unlikely in areas like here and stuff, some things that are particularly catching my eye is this little rotation here. Doesn't mean it's going to turn into a hurricane. It still could. It's just a little bit concerning for me. Another part that was concerning was up here in Greenland. Again, this rotation doesn't always mean it's going to be a hurricane, but it is particularly interesting for me. Speaking of hurricanes, we got a small outlook here. All right. Actually, I'd prefer to pull up the National Hurricane Center. So give me 1 second. All right.
I would like to mention real quick, the tornado warning did expire here, but it's still a tornado possible storm. So if you're in that area, you're experiencing very high winds, so I recommend staying in your safe place until the storm passes. Go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna. How do I stop sharing my screen? There it is. All right. I'm gonna share my entire screen this time. That way I don't have to keep swapping. All right. So, screen 2. Here is the National Hurricane Center and Central Pacific Hurricane Center. Right here, there is a 0% chance of a hurricane forming. It doesn't mean it's not possible. When it says 0, it's like I believe it's like a 5% system. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, etc., etc. I do believe that is what or how it runs. And in the specific here, we have a 90% chance of a cyclone formation in 48 hours. So let's go ahead and look at this. This is what is a bit interesting. So
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna interrupt for like 7 seconds here. I just want to mention here, Bryce brought this up here. If you're near Jackson, South Carolina, there is potential developing rotation in this area here. So if you're in this area, just be on alert here. And if you're in that other severe thunderstorm warning, just watch this area. Very broad, but especially in this area near Jackson, look out for this. It could develop, it might not, but just something to watch. Now back to Hacker.
all right. So the two things we should be looking at here is number 1 or EP94, and then we have number 3 that doesn't have a specific number to it. So to start off with number 1, shower and thunderstorm activity continues to show off signs of an organization within the area of low pressure located a few hundred miles south of the southern coast of Mexico. Environmental conditions appear to be conducive for further development of this storm. A tropical depression is expected to form over the next day or so. Basically, there's most likely going to be a hurricane along with the south of Central America and southern Mexico, because as you can see here, there's an 80% chance throughout 7 days. So, yeah, so we can go back here. I think this was the one that was. No, that wasn't the one. There should be one that was 80%. Yes, so this is the one that's 80%. So I do believe that means there's either a chance for one hurricane to spawn and it could go that way and or this way, or that means that there's possibly 2 hurricanes going to spawn. I'm not sure. I'm not really that big of a hurricane person.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you're good.
So that's a possibility. And I do think this is outdated. Yeah, that's outdated. So yeah. Back to you, Ace.
All right. Thank you for that, Hacker. Another thing I guess I'll mention real quick is our backstory here while I pull up some more stuff here. So let's take a look at the DWC backstory. Yippee yippity doo dah. All right. So give me 1 moment, chat. I am cooking on something right now. Perfect. All right, chat. We are losing the viewership at the moment here. So whoever the one person is that's watching this right now, please feel free to invite someone here. We're welcoming of everyone here. Okay, so I just cooked. So if you are here and you okay, thank you. Someone joined. Okay. If you have never been here before, I just cooked here. So if you would like to visit the DWC website, that would mean the world to us here. Our website's still in development somewhat, but it's pretty much as good as it's going to be for now here. Thank you, Hackerman, for all the work you do to help have that up and running here. But yeah, we will be concluding in a little bit here if the threat seems to subside with the tornadic threats. But that does not mean that you're not out of the gun. Don't worry. We're still going to be here. We'll be on the server if something happens here. I would also like to give a shout out to our amazing commentary team that's helping us out every single stream we have. It's pretty amazing that we have people that can come here and help everyone here. And we're a family, okay? If you ever have a question or concern, come to us. We have your back. We thank everyone who's watching right now. We're going to continue on for a little bit here. And we're going to just see where this goes. So thank you, everyone, for watching. It really does mean a lot to us here if you trust us for your severe weather information. So thank you for everyone who's here. Like, for real. Thank you. Just thank you. It's amazing to see people join together for severe weather events. Here we have 21 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now here. We got our viewers back here. We got 5 viewers. That's cool. Hello everyone who's watching. I don't know if you are returning from earlier in the stream or if you're new here or what the deal is here, but I'll just bring it up again here. If you haven't ever seen the DWC website, we have a great website. We'd love for you to check it out. Here, a visit would mean the world to us here. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave the QR code up here if you would like. Okay, never mind. The thing wanted to take it down, so apparently I won't be showing it. Does anyone have any questions? If you do, let me know in the chat. Like if any area, if you want analyzation of anything. Hi, the Neo Trios. Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, so let me actually pull up some more stuff here. So, yeah. So I'm going to bring up something that Hackerman is showing right now. I don't know why your screen share's up. I'll put my screen share up. So like Hackerman was saying, when you think of severe storms, you might think of rain, heavy rainfall, hail, wind, tornadoes. But you got to remember flooding is still a concern here. We have a slight risk for flooding, which means there is at least a 15% chance of rainfall exceeding flash flood guidance within 25 miles of a point here. And that includes generally the enhanced risk area and a little bit of the slight risk area as well here. So be on the lookout for flooding, okay? We just want you guys to stay safe, turn around, don't drown. Welcome, Alexander Acosta. Welcome. If you are new here, everyone, feel free to subscribe or like the video or share it. You guys mean a lot to us and you help keep us going, so thank you for that. We will be concluding in a little bit here, assuming the threat does not increase here. However, that can change here. Day 2 flooding outlook for tomorrow has a marginal, now including the Northeast, and a slight in Vermont and New Hampshire. And day 3 removes the Northeast, adds areas like Arizona, New Mexico, and California back into the equation here, along with areas like Ohio here and into the same area that has our slight risk area on day 3. I'm now going to go to an important thing here on what are forecast models. Okay, so you might see forecast models. Where's the picture I'm looking for? I'll go to a different thing. How to read sounding charts with ACE. So you might be looking at a chart like this, and you might be thinking, okay, what is this? So you can see here you got a green line and a red line. The green line is the dew points. The red line is the temperature. Now it's a skew T because these lines match up with these horizontal lines in these like diagonal lines that are going throughout here. So you got your wind barbs. It tells you the wind at different levels here. I got a question asking, is Indianapolis in any type of bad areas? Yes, I do remember talking about that earlier in the stream. Indianapolis is in the marginal risk for today. So if you are in Indianapolis here, you might be expecting 5% wind risk and a 5% hail risk. So if you're in Indianapolis, just watch out today. Yeah. So I want to see here, Hackerman. Let me know if you have any. I was just about to say, do you have anything else to say? And you say, can I come back up? Yeah, absolutely. You may come back up. All right, you're up.
All right, guys, welcome back to Life Lessons with Hackerman. This isn't really a life lesson; it's more just a fact. So basically, here what you were seeing is the national forecast charts. So basically, for people who don't really know what these, lines are and what the H's mean and the L's mean, I'll get to that in a later point. So some people just like to look at this little bar here. Oh, rain and thunderstorms, right there and there. Rain. Oh, it's just gonna be rain there. Heavy rain and flash flooding possible in this area. Okay, and severe thunderstorms here and probably here. Okay, so some people just like to look at that and call it a day. For the people who don't, and they still don't understand what this means, let me explain. So, here, this little line here that's red, that shows the low pressure system, which is L. And then this little blue bar, while it's still connected, which you can see right here. Actually, I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I can draw, because I felt like drawing. All right, hold on, let me pull it up. All right, here it is. So this bar right here, while the colors, like you can see red here and then blue here, while they're connected, people might think like right here in this area, there's actually, give me a second.
I also want to say quickly, while he works on that, thank you to the 12 people that subscribed today. So clearly we had some new viewers here today. Welcome to all those new viewers. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot. We are now at 64 subscribers here. If you're on the Discord, we have an awesome Discord community. We love if you join. Yeah. Yeah, we will continue watching this stuff out here. I'm just waiting for Hackerman to do whatever he's going to do here. While we wait for that here, I've been trying to answer some questions from the chat. If you have any more questions, let me know here. Jay, I tried to answer your question the best I could, but I don't necessarily know how to speak Spanish. So.
Hello, sorry, I'm back. I just got another stick of RAM for my computer. All right. So, some people might think that this little area here might have thunderstorms because of, there's red here and now it becomes blue, which is the high pressure system. So, yeah, if you know a lot about weather, when the high pressure and low pressure system mixes, it causes booms, which when I say booms, I mean thunderstorms. But no, it's really only when it's in the perfect conditions. Because I mean, like in this area, like why there's there's not many activity there. So it's just even if there's like this here, doesn't always mean there's going to be thunderstorms because you still need to actually have the right conditions and stuff like that. So So basically, you would need something like this, which you can see here. Actually, I copied it up. So this right here is a low pressure system, and then this here is a high pressure system. So it's mixing together and it's causing the thunderstorms. So yeah, that just is a little explanation of the national forecast charts. And as you can see here, the high pressure system in this case is here, the low pressure system is here. It mixes together and it causes thunderstorms. Facts with Mason. Have a nice day.
Thank you for that here. I just got crazy news for you guys in case any of you are just bored and you want to know some cool information here. I just got accepted into Google's trusted tester program, meaning I get early access to their video tool where I can create videos, which is going to be sick. And also I'm going to get their highest image model so I can make really, really cool, sick images. So that's going to be awesome. So if any of you guys are bored and you want to hear a cool story, there's a cool story. Yeah, I'm in the trusted tester program. I bet you probably aren't in that. Anyways, we're going to wrap it up soon, folks. I'm actually try out that image generation thing, and I'm going to post on Discord how it goes. It sounds really, really cool. So I'm actually so hyped. I joined the waitlist like a month ago, so I'm actually so hyped. But just in all seriousness, everyone, please stay safe tonight and going into tomorrow. We are going to be live tomorrow likely as well because of the enhanced risk to continue tracking out these storms here. I really hope everyone can stay safe tonight. Please, please, please stay safe out there tonight. Just stay safe, okay? Don't be scared. Be prepared, okay? Thank you, everyone, for coming. For everyone who subscribed, for everyone who wants to visit the websites, this is your final chance here. I'm going to put it up for 20 seconds here. It's also, you can just type in discordweathercenter.com, no spaces, all lowercase, and it'll come up as well here. So the site is down right now, but we're going to renew it very soon. But just like bookmark it, we'll let you know if you're in the Discord. But yeah, thank you to everyone who came here today. It means a lot to have all you guys here. I cannot say that enough. Thank you, everyone, for what you do here. The DWC is not an amazing place without you guys. So thank you, guys. We'll see you in the next stream. Good night. Stay safe.